In today's show, analysts list 21 factors calling for Bitcoin price upside, but just 4 bearish signals. That's right, there is a reason to be confident in this Bitcoin uptrend, resuming at 49,000 according to decent traders. Philby, and as Tech Dev points out here, Bitcoin 3-day hidden bullish divergence getting ready to play out, in my opinion, with RSI just over 40, an imminent stochastic RSI cross, all following a prior bearish divergence, marked local distribution top. And as the pleb counselor Dr. Jeff Ross shares here, what I'm watching, check out the last 4 stochastic RSI, 14 bottoms since late 2019 on the weekly Bitcoin chart. We are at or near number 5. Shoot your shot. Also, this just in, breaking news, Putin and Xi agreed to set up an independent financial infrastructure to service trade between Russia and China, which will be designed to be invulnerable to pressure from third parties. And Max Keiser responded to this. Putin and Xi are looking at Bitcoin and its censorship-proof monetary network to bypass SWIFT and the US dollar. And Neil Jacobs responded, if true, and this was implemented, the price of Bitcoin would be 7 figures overnight. And Max responded, exactly. Also, more breaking news, Jack Dorsey and Jay-Z to give away $24.5 million in BTC to fund Bitcoin development in Africa and India. Also in today's show, MMA fighter Kevin Lee to receive his Eagle FC contract entirely in Bitcoin. That's right, quoting him here, to be the first MMA fighter who has a deal worth millions of dollars in Bitcoin. The first one. There was some appeal to that for me. And quoting him again here, Bitcoin is global. If I do fight in Abu Dhabi, I do fight in Moscow, I do want to put on these big fights, and it just goes straight to Bitcoin. Also in today's show, here's why the current Bitcoin correction is different from Bitcoin's collapse back in May, according to on-chain analyst Will Clemente. As he shares here, from an on-chain perspective, here's the key difference between now and May. In May, previously strong hands became weak hands, and now strong hands are buying from the weak hands. Also in today's show, Bitcoin is looking scary, according to veteran trader Tone Vays. He predicts his worst case scenario for the king of all crypto. Quoting him right here, if we break this moving average, I would need to bring the 200-week moving average in. And well, that's not good, is it? That takes us down to the $20,000 mark. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ether, and many of the major alts are currently pumping back in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more, in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And I just launched the crypto merch store. Visit merch.cryptonewsalerts.net or click the link in the description below. Check out some of the designs, find one that you like, click on it, and you'll notice about 40 different products to choose from. We got everything from hats to shirts, hoodies, tank tops, phone cases, masks, you name it. Help support the show. I greatly appreciate it. Today's episode is brought to you by the FTX app, formerly known as Blockfolio. I've been using this app literally every single day for the past few years. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is check my crypto portfolio. I personally love it because it's the easiest and fastest way to buy Bitcoin, Ether, and other top cryptocurrencies with 0 fees, truly making this a no-brainer. And they're trusted by over 6 million people worldwide and over 200 plus countries around the world. And they have a special promo they're running right now where you can earn free crypto in every trade over $10. Here's how it works when you use my referral link in the description right down below. Every trade over $10 earns you a chance to get a random free coin, and the more you trade, the more you earn. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below and download the FTX app today. Make some trades, claim your free crypto, and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. How's it going, crypto fam? Holla at your boy in the live chat. The Bitcoin traders may be experiencing some extreme panic, but one analyst argues that practically all the technical metrics are pointing to price upside. That's right, Philby, co-founder of trading platform Decent Trader, shout out to Philby, and Philip Swift, listed more than 20 signs that bullish momentum should be next for the king of all crypto. That's right, Bitcoin gained with equities late on Wednesday, thanks to comments on policy from the United States Federal Reserve reaching 49,300. The pair then began to consolidate, and at the time of this recording, we're sitting just above that $49,000 mark. However, the sentiment has yet to show any faith in short-term future of the Bitcoin price action, with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index at just 29 out of 100, something Philby believes is misplaced. Quoting him here, basically looking at it, I think there is reason to think that there is enough there to think that that we could break to the upside, and I feel like no trading exposure doesn't fit the analysis. He summarized an accompanying list of bullish triggers, numbered 21 items, and included seller exhaustion, minor accumulation, and a selection of on-chain metrics. And in the bearish camp, by contrast, were just 4: the lost 20-week moving average, 50 and 100-day moving averages, bear signals on the 3-day chart, and a horrible weekly chart. Now let's discuss the stochastic RSI lining up with rare bottoming structure. His comments chime in with those others in the space, with popular Twitter account TechDev highlighting several other factors to support an imminent price uptick. As he shares here on Crypto Twitter, Bitcoin 3-day hidden bullish divergence getting ready to play out, in my opinion, with RSI just over 40, an imminent stochastic RSI cross, all following a prior bearish divergence, mark local distribution top. And he adds here some confusion about the implications. It seems they are bullish in my opinion. I am bullish as I still believe we're in a bull market based on the data. I will be bearish when I believe we are in a bear market based on the data. So there you have it. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Let me know in the comments below. Now, the stochastic RSI has been proven to act as a bull flag at local bottoms throughout Bitcoin's history. And for Jeff Ross, founder and managing director of Valshire Capital Management, stochastic RSI is now the chart to watch. As he points out here on Crypto Twitter, what I am watching, check out the last 4 stochastic RSI, 14 bottoms since late 2019 on the weekly Bitcoin chart. We are at or near number 5. Shoot your shot. Now, breaking news I shared in the intro of the show, which is a pretty big deal if this is true, especially. We got President Putin and Xi agreed to set up an independent financial infrastructure to service trade between Russia and China, which will be designed to be invulnerable to pressure from third parties. And Max's response to this, Putin and Xi are looking at Bitcoin and its censorship-proof monetary network to bypass SWIFT and the US dollar. Could you imagine if this was in fact true? Because as Neil Jacobs points out, if true and this was implemented, the price of Bitcoin would be 7 figures overnight. And Max responded, exactly. Now let's check out some of the other comments, which are very interesting. Max wrote, by the way, this is great news. And someone wrote, nothing about this is connected to Bitcoin. And Max responded, all your models are broken. And Dave responded, why would countries like China and Russia use something that they don't control to get around SWIFT? The idea of Putin paying minor pleb fees, though, is pretty awesome. And Max responded, you've got a fiat mindset. Snap out of it. Let's go 7-figure Bitcoin price. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. The American professional mixed martial artist Kevin Lee, shout out to Kevin Lee, revealed that his 4-fight contract in Eagle FC will be paid entirely in Bitcoin. He also admitted being a Bitcoin investor as he entered the market in 2017. The 29-year-old fighter, Kevin Lee, announced the news during a recent interview for the MMA Hour. He explained that the contract for Eagle Fighting Championship consists of 4 fights. As for each, he will receive Bitcoin instead of American dollars. And by doing so, he becomes the first athlete in his field to get such a type of payment paid in Bitcoin, quoting him here, to be the first MMA fighter who has a deal worth millions of dollars in Bitcoin. The first one, there was some appeal to that for me. I also like to point out that Kevin Lee recently got cut by the UFC and got picked up by Habib's new promotion, hence this multi-million-dollar deal. Now, Lee said this clause was one of the reasons why he decided to sign this new agreement. He added that Bitcoin would give him a lot more financial security and even help him fight better. That's right, Bitcoin makes you fight better. Just saying. The MMA fighter has been a Bitcoin hodler since October 2017 when he fought Tony Ferguson, and a few years later he needed knee surgeries, and thanks to his exposure to the primary digital asset, he could afford paying for the treatment. As he shares here, I forgot about that money, but then when Bitcoin blew back up, that gave me some money to live off. So it's something that I really believe in, and that's honestly going to be the big future. And if he receives fiat currencies, Lee will directly convert them into the largest crypto, he stated. The contract allows him to cut down the middleman. That's right. Bitcoin is global. I do fight in Abu Dhabi. I do fight in Moscow. I do want to put on these big fights, and it just goes straight to Bitcoin. It's also worth noting that Eagle Fighting Championship was formerly known as Guerrilla Fighting, and it was purchased by Khabib Nurmagomedov, the unbeaten UFC champion. Shout out to Khabib. Now, Bitcoin in sports, the digital asset industry is gradually entering every aspect of the world's financial system, including the sports sector. And while Kevin Lee is the first MMA fighter to receive Bitcoin payments, it's not the case in numerous other sports, as I've been covering here in the show. In July of this year, rising star of the National Football League, Saquon Barkley, said he will use payment applications application strike to convert all of his profits from endorsements and marketing deals into Bitcoin. Also, Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers quarterback, also vowed to convert some of his NFL earnings into the leading digital asset in the following months. And at the same time, Odell Beckham Jr., commonly known as OBJ, said he will take his $4.25 million salary in Bitcoin. And we also have NBA legends such as Stephen Curry and Cade Cunningham also adopting the king of all crypto. And before I break down next story of the day, here's why the current Bitcoin correction is different from Bitcoin's collapse back in May, according to on-chain analyst William Clemente, as well as Bitcoin is looking scary, according to veteran trader Tone Vays, and shares his worst case scenario for the king of all crypto. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to Algebra.finance, an innovative version 3 decentralized DEX on Polygon and the Binance Smart Chain. It is now officially live, fully audited, and open for public use. And checking out some of their features, they do offer swaps, liquidity, positions, and built-in farming. Now here's the Algebra app, which works on Polygon and makes the trading experience better and more suitable for common investors due to the close to zero network fees. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and visit Algebra.finance today, and let's get this crypto. Also note, this is a paid sponsorship, so please do your own research. And checking out the total crypto market cap, currently sitting just above $2.2 trillion with $115 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. And the current Bitcoin dominance is at 40.9%, with the Ether dominance at 21.1%. And checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Cadena leading the pack, up almost 30% for the day, trading at $13.13, followed by XDC Network, up 22%, trading at 9.6 cents, followed by Bora, up 20%, trading at 98 cents. Now, which altcoins are you currently most bullish on during Q4 of this bull run? Let me know in the comments right down below. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 29 out of 100 in fear. Yesterday a 28, last week a 29, and last month a 71 in greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. When investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. But all right, now let's break down our next story of the day. The current bearish price action of Bitcoin looks different from Bitcoin's May collapse in a number of key ways. According to on-chain analyst Will and Clemente, shout out to Will, Clemente tells his 470,000 Twitter followers that strong hands, meaning entities who historically take in and hold more than 75% of their Bitcoin, are currently buying from the weak hands, which are entities that take in and hold less than 75%. Now the analyst says that this contrasts from May's bear market, which saw the opposite when previously strong hands became weak hands. As you can see here in the supply shock ratios here in this chart, now Bitcoin is currently trading just above 49,000 at the time of this recording, up about 2.5% in the past 24 hours. However, top ranked crypto asset by market cap is down more than 24% from a month ago and more than 30% down from its all-time high of 69,000 reached on November 10th. Also like to point out, it was 1 year ago today that Bitcoin crossed the all-time high of $20,000. Just saying, deja vu, let's freaking go. Clemente noted in a recent newsletter that the cost basis, which is the average price where a certain group of investors enter the market for short-term hodlers of Bitcoin, is a key metric to watch when determining whether Bitcoin will flip bullish. Now, Bitcoin investors are considered short-term hodlers if their coins are younger than 5 months. As he explains here, Bitcoin is below the short-term hodler cost basis, which currently sits at 53,000, which he points out as the line in the sand, until this is reclaimed. Not bullish, not saying I'm a giga bear, just cautious until the market shows me otherwise. And as I shared in the intro of the show, from an on-chain perspective, here's the key difference between now and May. In May, previously strong hands became the weak hands, and now strong hands are buying from the weak hands. That's right, Nayib Bukele and Michael Saylor are more than happy to buy your Bitcoin at a discounted rate, so hodl for dear life. And before I break down our final story of the day, Bitcoin looking scary, according to veteran trader Tone Vays, and shares his worst case scenario for the king of all crypto. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,000 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the new merch store, which is now live. Visit merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which can be found at cryptonewsyes.com. cryptonewsalerts.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications that help me get to 100,000 subs. We're also currently receiving over 20,000 downloads per day. You can find us on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, home of the Joe Rogan Experience, or Apple's iTunes or Google Play. And if you're listening to the podcast, I encourage you to check out the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net so you can check out the full premium experience with video. And of course, you can follow me on crypto Twitter. My Twitter handle, crypto news, yes. And you can also follow me on TikTok, Telegram, and Facebook. So wherever you're at, be sure to follow me there. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Veteran trader Tone Vays, shout out to Tone, says he's not liking Bitcoin technicals one bit as the king crypto continues struggling to find support below the $50,000 mark. In a new strategy session, Vays points out that Bitcoin is threatening to take out the 50-week moving average and close below it. The trader calls that the last time Bitcoin collapsed below the 50-week moving average, it went all the way down to touch the 200-week moving average, which is currently roughly sitting at $20,000. Quoting Tone Vays here, if we break this moving average, I would need to bring the 200-week moving average in. And well, that's not good, is it? That takes us down to the $20,000 mark. Now, in a way, that's bad, but in a way, that's actually really good. In a way, if we do make it here, oh boy, is there going to be a massacre. Mostly in the Ishcoin space, there will be a massacre. Vays looks at the pandemic-induced market crash of March 2020 and says that the 200-week moving average acted as massive support that rebounded the price of Bitcoin quickly up to new highs. Quoting him again here, there will be huge panics, but also look at how the 200-week perfectly bounced the price of Bitcoin to eventually new all-time highs. So resetting this market to the 200-week moving average would be, I'm not going to say good, but it's not going to be bad either. And while the trader is still prepared for the worst, he still thinks the bottom for Bitcoin is much closer than $20,000. Quoting him here, I don't believe this is a likely scenario. I still believe we are going to bounce somewhere near $40,000 without breaking the prior swing low. And to check out this entire analysis with Tone Vays entitled Bitcoin Chart Starting to Look Very Scary Again, check the show notes below the video in the description. Let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin, Ether, and all the major alts are currently pumping back in the green, with Bitcoin up 2.5% for the day, trading just under $49,000. We have Ether up 6%, trading back above $4,000. Solana up a whopping 13.6%, trading at $185. Avalanche up 19%, trading just under $107. Polkadot up 7%, trading at $27.33. And Cardano up 6%, trading at $1.30. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Analysts list 21 factors calling for Bitcoin price upside, but just 4 bearish signals. Also in today's show, I shared that MMA fighter Kevin Lee to receive his Eagle FC contract entirely in Bitcoin and being the first MMA fighter to do so. Also in today's show, we discuss here's why the current Bitcoin price correction is different from Bitcoin's collapse back in May, according to on-chain analyst William Clemente, and also shared this breaking story, if true, could send the Bitcoin price soaring to 7 figures. Putin and Xi are looking at Bitcoin and its censorship-proof monetary network to bypass SWIFT and the US dollar. Also in today's show, we discuss Bitcoin looking scary, according to veteran trader Tone Vays, who predicts his worst case scenario for the king of all crypto, which is $20,000 Bitcoin price. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode. Ellen wrote, I'm bullish on ETH. I'm with you on 20,000 unless we have a hyper event where everything goes to hell in the world, then sky's the limit. I wrote right on, Ellen, 20,000 ETH in 2022. Send it. And our next featured comment comes from Pezza, who wrote, Hi JV, loving the content. I'm all in now and not getting off. Huddle on, fam. Let's freaking go. I appreciate your support, fam. All in, stacking sats for life. Let's go. Now for our third and final feature comment comes from Pokemon, who wrote, Hey, JV, enjoyed the show. Not much happening, just consolidating. Nothing to write home about. Great time to buy cheap and hodl. Take care. God bless you and yours, and bless the Crypto News Alerts fam. Keep accumulating, fam, and stacking them sats. Let's go. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. That's right, Bitcoin is the glitch in the matrix. And if you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this, and help me get to 100,000 subs. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.